So it's time to continue with the L44 platoon, and this vehicle, the next vehicle, is actually very similar to the VCC 6080. Kind of feels like a buffed version of it, but it is a very interesting vehicle. It has a 105mm main gun. It's very fast, 75 counterparts top speed. The reverse is also 75. Average penetration 400mm. Reload 6.7 seconds. Very good turret rotation speed, and obviously it has very little armor, but in top tier armor isn't really important. So I actually expect this vehicle to play like the VCC 6040, 6080, based on the design, and it looks like, I mean, it does look like a VCC, just a more, I guess, buffed version of it. Anyway, let's see how this little tank plays. Now, maneuverability wise, it's actually really good. I mean, 75 counter power top speed, the reverse is also 75, so you can definitely take advantage of that. And yeah, we got in a little accident here, but yeah, definitely can take advantage of the speed on this thing. It's very fast. Armor is not the obviously not the best, but it doesn't really matter in top tier. I expected this to have a autoloader, but I don't think that this is a autoloader, and I got pushed. That's a salty leopard. Okay, that was a very good hit, directly in the ammo. I bounced the shell, I think. I mean, this vehicle has sloped frontal armor, but I am definitely not going to rely on that. So, kind of funny how that shell didn't do much, and we have, oh, well, that was that's a good drift. Unfortunately, that drift didn't really help. Wait a second, what was a AMX doing here in top tier? That was kind of weird. Okay, that's definitely weird. Revenge bomber time. Now, the main gun on this vehicle definitely doesn't have as much of a kick as the L44 and the Leopard, but honestly, this is still decent. I actually thought that this might be a 90 or a 75, but it is a 105mm main gun, and that's because the VCC 6080 has a 60mm main gun. I actually expected something a bit larger than that, but did not expect a 105, and honestly, not complaining about the 105 on this. It's actually very nice to have that. Surprisingly, I mean, it is a fun vehicle. I'm trying to figure out how to compare it with other vehicles that we already seen in the game. I think the closest to this vehicle is still the VCC. Gameplay wise, it does feel like the VCC. The hull does look like one, and just with a bit larger gun, and just with, you know, just a little bit larger vehicle in general. But all in all, this does feel like a VCC, and I kind of like that. It does play like your average main battle tank. You can easily rush positions with it. It has a stabilized main gun, obviously, in top tier. I mean, at this moment in this tier, it tier 8 and above, a stabilized gun is kind of a common thing to have, so a stabilized gun is a very nice addition, obviously. Not all main battle tanks have that. For example, the AMX 30B2 doesn't have a stabilized gun, and that does put the vehicle at a big disadvantage when comparing it to other vehicles, but not honestly a very big problem with the AMX. With other vehicles, if you're used to stabilized main gun, then honestly, kind of understandable if players can't go back to a non-stabilized gun. But I do play other tiers as well. I play a low tier quite often. Well, mid tier to be more precise. Low tier, not really low tier, since tier 6, 7 is not really low tier, but I'm usually tier 6, 5, 7. And I usually drive all the different vehicles, and I'm used when the main gun is not really stabilized, since I drive vehicles with a non-stabilized gun. However, I also do drive ATGM boxes in top tier, and let me tell you, I will still prefer a ATGM box. Hopefully the next ATGM box is going to be pretty fun. Although technically we don't only have ATGM boxes, but we do have ATGM pancakes, since some main battle tanks can actually launch ATGMs now. And I am honestly very excited for more vehicles that are able to yeet a missile out of their main gun. It's funny. Since, you know, ATGM is still kind of the best ammo type that you can have. Anti-tank missile. I mean, it's in the name, anti-tank missile. It's called anti-tank for a reason. All the way, PFSDS is also up there in one of my favorite ammo types. Heat is actually really good now. Obviously not as good as AP, but Heat is actually really solid since they have buffed it. I'm very happy that Heat has been buffed. Okay, well, the Normandy spam doesn't stop, obviously. I mean, the game kept spamming Normandy for the last 3 days. That's not stopping, unfortunately. And I'm so close to just, like, just leaving the match when I see the map. And I might actually start to do that, because let me tell you, I'm kind of fed up with this map. It's not a bad map, I like it. It's just, there's like 9 other maps. Give me other maps. Don't give me one map all the time. It gets really annoying very quickly. But yeah, I guess I'll have to record this, so this map it is. And what was that? Did you see that little missile? That was a jump scare for sure. Okay, let me see if I can get the ZTZ. There we go. That was very good. I love how it's just able to cut through armor like a hot knife through butter. This main gun is really good. I mean, the whole platoon has some very interesting main guns here. Very, very good damage and very good penetration. This little thing is definitely no joke when it comes to the amount of damage that it can do when it penetrates. It's not the best main gun in the platoon, but it's honestly really good. And then there is the STB platoon, which has a PDS ammo. A lot of players don't like the STB platoon because of the APDS. But I played it, it's actually not a bad vehicle. It's enjoyable. I also love how now when I'm in a very good position, no one comes around the hill there. No one is crawling out of that hill when I'm in position, but when I'm not in position there's like 50 tanks there. That's just lovely. Wait a second, that's a T-62? Well, that was a T-62, I believe, lost in the smoke. Someone kept spamming smoke. Smoke spammers, lovely. As you will see in one of the next videos, the amount of smoke spammers is unbelievable. And that's smoke spamming is so annoying. Hopefully, if you're doing it, just don't smoke spam. If you have to smoke spam, spam it when you actually need to spam it. Don't spam it on the base. So many start spam smoke right on the very start. Oh, that's a T-62. Yes, it is. Fuel exploded again, even though I aimed for the ammo. I mean, I would love to see a fuel tank explosion, but ammo explosions are my favorite, and unfortunately that doesn't happen that often. Well, okay. This vehicle is more of a, I guess, passive vehicle. I mean, you can run around with it, but it doesn't really feel like a vehicle that's designed to be running around and shooting stuff. It can, I just don't like to do that with this vehicle. It doesn't feel like it's, you know, it's meant to do that. It doesn't have any good gun depression, I believe. Haven't really tested that out though. Usually vehicles that have a hull like this with the turret at the back of the hull don't have good gun depression, which can be a little bit annoying at times, since gun depression is actually important, especially if you want to do hold down. I love hold down with most of my vehicles. Well, I say most vehicles. I love hold down with vehicles that are able to do hold down. Especially APGM carriers, they are able to do hold down perfectly. And ooh, someone got a revenge bomb there. I saw two vehicles just by accident. I saw the silhouette and I just did a beeline towards the vehicles that are close to one another for the missiles. I already had the fighter on my tail, so I knew that my time was running out, so I just went fire missiles at the first thing that I see. And it just so happens that the first thing I saw were the two vehicles in the base. Yeah, we are definitely going to win this match. Although my score wasn't the best, but it's okay, it's fine. So I do like this vehicle. It's fun, honestly. It does feel like a more larger VCC 6080, and I like that. But yeah, that was the. Well, what was the name of this vehicle again? It has a unique name, which I forgot. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. If you would like to support me, feel free to like and subscribe. And with that being said, stay safe. And as always, I'll see you next time.